Anyways.
Director Cosmos.
Kendrick just opened his mouth and I'm about to put my dick in it right now.
Alright, let me reread that then. Director Cosmos. A new possibility has been presented by the defense. They're claiming that you were this third person.
You still dizzy?
They're not like us. They're not like us. Forgive me, I'm so sorry. So, the great pioneer of space development is revealed to just be another fabulous cur. I only have one question for the likes of you. Shall I send you off quickly or very quickly? Bro, chill.
Stop spinning.
The evidence doesn't lie, Director Cosmos. So don't try to talk your way out of this one.
Fine, I'll tell you the truth. It's all just as you say, Mr. Wright. It's true that I was there in the boarding lounge. I got there before Detective Harmon when she arrived. She fired warning shots at me. And I was like, Arm, what the fuck? Come on, son, what's that, son? I was afraid people would mistake me for the killer, so I escaped to the control room. And then went past the elevators and all the way around to the boarding lounge one again. I came up behind Detective Arm and pretended to be the second on the scene. What a troublesome old man you are, with such convoluted deeds and thoughts.
So, I see. So then, are you still insisting that you did not kill the victim?
Of course I am. When I arrived at the lounge alone, I saw the true killer! The great Yuri Cosmos was a history-making witness.
Now, hold on just one moment. We just proved a few minutes ago that the third person that Mr. Starbuck and Miss Aura Blackwell saw was yo ass.
No, it wasn't me. I saw the person as well. If I were the killer, why would I lie to cover up for Starbuck? I would just leave him to take the fall.
Maybe that's what you want us to think.
He did make a good point.
Oh man, she's falling for it.
All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck. I said I was in a good... what'd I say?
No.
By the way, this isn't a flashback, I died.
Well, that makes some sense if he told those lies to cover for Mr. Starbuck.
Ugh. Still, a lie is a lie, Athena. Like, relax me.
So Director Cosmos claims he's not the culprit, but where's the proof? In the pudding.
I just remembered. I have an alibi. Yay! Miss Blackwell said that she saw the killer at 10 a.m., correct?
Yeah, and?
Well, I was on the 4th floor helping with the evacuation effort. I win. Ask any member of the staff you'd like. They'd corroborate me.
Oh shit, for real? Let's do it.
The director is not fibbing to the court for once. I confirmed that he has an alibi for the time specified.
It was never.
So, you're claiming that Miss Blackwell saw the killer commit the crime first at 10 a.m.? And that you arrived at the lounge after that?
Yes, and I believe the person I saw is the same person that Miss Blackwell saw. Although it was pitch black, so there was more a shadowy figure, less of a person. And I couldn't actually see their face, but it was definitely the silhouette of an Earthling.
No, it was an alien. As long as he has an alibi. Can't really well claim Cosmos was the killer.
No, we can't. Then again, maybe we don't need to yet. I wonder if he was really covering for Mr. Starbuck. Your Honor, the defense moves to have the director testify about the person he saw.
Very well. Director Cosmos, your testimony, please.
As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. I hid to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, they had vanished into thin air. I was near the elevator side door and, well, the launch pad 1 door. And the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer.
So you were shot at by the killer as well, and then they disappeared.
Yes, though luckily no harm came to my glorious peanut butter complexion body. Unfortunately, the bullet hit Terran's oxygen tank. I know because I heard a pang. That must have been the sound of the tank being ruptured.
Wait, but I thought the bullet hit his metal?
That was defective arms bullet, remember?
Right. What a mess this is turning out. So let's see. Director Cosmos is claiming that when he found Mr. Terran and his killer, the culprit shot a 10 caliber bullet at him.
Right. But it actually hit Mr. Terran's oxygen tank and ruptured it.
And then the killer dipped, and the director went into the boarding line. When Arm caught up and fired those warning shots at him. Judging by his medal, it looked like one of them almost took him out too.
Good summary, but that doesn't explain where our mystery killer went.
He vented.
The fourth bullet.
Director Cosmos, I was wondering if you could elaborate on when the figure disappeared.
I'm ashamed to admit I tried to hide myself when I was shot at, but when I peeked back into the lounge, the real killer was gone. I rushed into the lounge straight away to investigate, but what I found was Terran with a knife in his chest and Starbuck out cold on the floor.
So we have a culprit who vanished from a scene that had no escape route.
Vanished without a trace. It's truly like one of the great mysteries of the cosmos.
Silence!
This is dead ass Among Us.
A riddle of the ages indeed, but I'd rather know how a fibbing leech such as you can be lauded as great.
A great
No.
man is always misunderstood in his own time, but he must remain true to himself, even if those around him don't understand.
Wow, that might be the first true statement he said all day.
Wow.
Why do you suppose this person managed to vanish so suddenly?
Simple. It's because it was Space Boy himself. When he was spotted by the director in Aura, he quickly feigned unconsciousness. That would certainly take all the mystery out of the idea of a vanishing culprit.
I want to raise an objection, but I don't have any counter evidence. But the Cosmos, when you saw this person, did you also see Mr. Starbuck on the floor?
No, because it was as dark as a black hole in there. I didn't see Starbuck until the other person vanished and I entered the room.
That wasn't exactly helpful.
I'm prepared to accept your surrender, right, Dono?
I can't find any holes in this testimony, but I can't give up.
Mr. Wright, why don't you let me help?
Huh?
While the director was giving his testimony, I detected a cacophony of discord.
Oh, brother.
Which means he's hiding his true feelings from us, huh? This just might help us find out what happened to our vanished killer. A little thug. That'd be great, Athena. Let's see what you can do with them.
You got it, boss. I wouldn't want to miss this chance to delve into such a great mind. Yuri Cosmos, prepare to hand over the secrets to your heart to me.
He's a minor, Athena.
Whoa, what? He's literally 62. 3.
Next.
Damn.
Next.
Why is he in that list? Why is it Angers?
Next.
Because he's getting shot at. He's probably mad as hell. He's like, man, who the fuck?
I could have retired, but here I am, about to get killed. Okay, next.
Next.
Okay. Next.
Go back.
Well, that's bizarre. What are you crying for?
Yeah.
So we been random.
Honestly.
Nope.
Suck dick.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem to be afraid of the launch pad door.
The great Yuri Cosmos, afraid? And what basis do you have for that outlandish accusation?
Whether I have any bases or not, you seem quite distressed by it, my nigga.
Most certainly not.
Alright, Director Cosmos.
I'm not a pussy.
I'm not a bitch. I'm not. There's something about the launch pad door you're not telling us, isn't there?
I'm him. Go.
Wow, he's speechless. Looks like you hit him right on the nail. You hit the nail on the head. It's working, boss. One more punch and it'll be a knockout. There seems to be one more motion that's at odds with his testimony. Go get him.
Okay, back in the Matrix it is. Time to pinpoint our way to victory.
Next.
Was there an update? Was there anything? No?
Next.
Yes, not.
Dang, I almost turned my
They vanished
non-existent
in
camera off.
thin air.
Had to be the win because nobody was in there. Next.
I
Next.
searched and I searched and
Next.
I guess
Okay,
nothing
so we're
updated.
looking for another emotion, correct? Okay, so
Don't
go
forget we
back to
can look
one.
for lack of them too. I remember. I was reminding. Forget we can look for lack of emotion as well. That's what we did last time.
What did he say was the reason why he was sad, or did he bullshit his way out of that? I already forgot.
Check the history.
What'd you say?
He
I
said
wanted
he
to see
forgot what he
that.
said.
What was the excuse for why he was scared of the door?
Something about the patch.
Seem afraid. Something about the launch pad door. You're not telling us.
I
Okay.
didn't say anything.
Okay, so he kept quiet. Go back.
Go back. Well, that's the one we just did. Go back.
Okay. Okay.
Back. That wouldn't be
Okay.
surprise moment or disappear.
Wait, what happened?
I said on pinpoint surprise because nigga just disappeared. What the fuck?
What's the unexpected emotion? I mean,
I feel like if that was unexpected, it would have been already. It would have been the first thing we did, you know. Maybe I'm meta binging, but
I feel like this correct.
I mean,
Like-
we literally don't lose anything for wrong answers, but
You don't get surprised when a nigga disappears?
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know if I don't know. We can try it.
He disappeared into that door too. That he was really scared about. Well,
I suppose. You must have thought it was very strange that the killer vanished into thin air.
I did. That kind of thing just doesn't happen, usually.
And yet at the same time, or yet at that time, you barely registered any shock at the occurrence.
What? What are you... You're lucky we're in court.
I can only think of one reason as to why you weren't surprised by the killer's vanishing act. You must have had a good idea of where they went, isn't that right?
What? No, no. Stop. I can only enter the control room. And the area beyond the launch pad door was filled with smoke, making it impassable. And as for the southern door, the main character was standing right there. So there was nowhere for the killer to run to.
Maybe, or maybe not. You went into the room to check on Mr. Starbug and Mr. Turan, yes? What if the culprit took that opportunity to silently slip out through the southern door?
I highly doubt it. As you recall, right after I entered the lounge, Detective Arm came rushing towards it herself via the southern hallway. Anyone trying to escape through there would have been caught by her.
And yet the director wasn't surprised the killer vanished. So, you're absolutely sure that there was no escape route for the culprit to use?
I'll just input those 2 pieces of data, and yes, just what I wanted to see. Only 70. Resto changer, less Discord. Looks like we're on the right track.
Thanks, Athena. That'll make sense of what we've learned. Director Cosmos wasn't surprised that the culprit suddenly vanished from the lounge, which points to the possibility that he knew where the killer had escaped to. Furthermore, talking about the door to the launch pad made him uneasy. In other words, he's probably hiding something about the launch pad 1 door. When we put these 2 pieces together, only one solution to this puzzle comes to mind. Director Cosmos, did the killer escape through here?
Control room.
Easy.
Darian?
Yeah.
Was that a yes, Tablez?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
The culprit escaped through there.
A little too late, nigga.
That's
Sorry,
right.
we have plenty of health.
There's usually a secret corridor hidden there.
What are you talking about? There are no secret corridors there, or anywhere.
That's what I was afraid of.
Mr. Wright? I don't want any more fuck shit out of you, my nigga.
I think we're R-worded.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
We didn't lose health for that? Did I miss it?
Literally,
You did.
Literally.
literally the
I
fucking
didn't hear.
launch pad.
I didn't hear it. Then my shit was.
Of course he went
What's
through there.
going on?
Think about it.
Bring back schools.
Yeah. Think about it.
Think about it. The fire there. Yeah.
We all say yeah.
We did. Oh, I guess we.
Oh my fucking god! Can y'all please lock in?
Yeah, I don't know what y'all got.
Bro, we have plenty of health.
Kill yourself!
Yes, I mean, no. Disaster to starboard. We're going to crash into an asteroid.
Look, you're doing it too. Master tactic nigga. Are you not?
Yeah,
Master nigga.
but the area was filled beyond that. Beyond that door was filled with smoke, wasn't it?
True, but this is still the only logical answer there is.
Okay.
If we can just figure out what the director is hiding about the Launchpad 1 door, we should be able to iron out the logical inconsistencies.
Gah! But that door requires fingerprint recognition. Only Starbuck, Duran, and I have access. I don't see how the killer could have opened that security lock, do you?
That's an easy one. The killer was right there in the boarding lounge meeting. There's a way he could have easily gotten past that security lock. Come to think of it, we did examine the prints on the fingerprint recognition device. Yeah, you slam on there like that. I propose that the killer use this person's fingerprints to get past the security lock.
And I forgot what the fingerprints did.
Go to the right 3 times.
The dead
Not
person?
that nigga. Go to the right twice. Go to the
Collar
right
book?
3 times.
Arm?
Oh, they don't have an age. Damn. Sorry, Darian. Alright, you can go back.
Back to the drawing board, I guess.
Hmm.
La-di-da-di-da. Slavamina.
Well, I
I
guess
guess I need one of the
nigga-
astronauts.
Yeah,
So-
go with the one the one we defending. Yeah, Starburst.
Sure, I guess.
Mr. Starbuck was lying unconscious there in the boarding lounge. Anybody could have easily gotten past the security lock by using Mr. Starbuck's prints. And actually, Mr. Starbuck's W prints are exactly what we found on the device's screen.
Don't.
It looks like he does have something to hide about the Launchpad 1 door. And I'm betting it's got something to do with the culprit's escape route. But I don't have enough information to see the whole picture yet.
You know, something just occurred to me.
Whoa.
Would you like to hear it?
Huh?
No, oh yeah, by all means.
Nah, we're good.
There's a security camera in a boarding lounge 1.
Right, the one that recorded the victim and the defendant. What about it, Your Honor?
If the true culprit escaped into the Launchpad 1 corridor, then that might be recorded on the security footage as well. Then the mystery would be solved. What do you think of my logic?
Did he actually do it?
Shut up and judge.
I hope you didn't strain your faculties too much for that, your boldness.
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Look, if we play the security footage beyond this point,
Oh shit, my nigga. That should turn off.
the camera was running on backup power, but apparently the power cables were damaged, most likely by the after effects of the explosion. There's no footage after this, be it of criminals or space aliens.
Oh man. I want a space.
I thought it was such a good idea too.
Shut up and hand verdicts.
Just because your grandchild is watching from the gallery, it doesn't mean you should try to show off too much, Grandpa Boldness.
He has a grandchild?
Prosecutor Blackwell. How did
You-
you know about my grandchild?
I played Apollo
You are-
Justice.
You are
I
hiding
think
a child.
I think his grandchild just learned a little about the harshness of the adult.
Setting aside the issue of grandchildren, I'd like to have the witness continue. Director Cosmos, could you tell us more about when you entered the lounge? Please, please.
Well, if I must.
Well, that cleared up all those other.
Everything going to the box to the right.
No one's
Sleep.
angry and
Next.
surprised. Walk the fuck in.
Badass bitch. Next.
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 Anger.
Go to the left. I don't even want to see the rest of those words. Let me
Why is
see
she?
here.
Why is he angry at her?
I wonder why.
Now that's a splendid question, Phaith. Go to the left. Ain't that ya bitch? Why are you surprised that he's there or she's there? Thought you were supposed to go out together, or we already been past that. The fact that they were supposed to be
We
there
can
together.
pinpoint that. We can pinpoint.
You already know what I'm gonna say.
I mean, I couldn't think of anything else to pinpoint.
Director Bing Boing. Why were you so surprised when Detective Arm found you, and again when she fired? Isn't that a bit unnatural? Kind of pissed. Tired of my
Sadly,
shit.
even great men such as myself have ordinary human feelings. Our bodies are bound by the forces of gravity and emotions. Even a great man such as myself, the main character, experiences surprise on occasion.
I'm sure you do.
You know what? That rules him out completely.
But my
Mhm.
real point is not the fact that you were surprised, but rather what you were surprised by.
Pardon me?
First, you were surprised when Detective Arm found you in the lounge. And just after that, you were, of course, again surprised when she shot at you. But considering what you were surprised about, a strange phenomenon occurs here. Director Cosmos, what is strange about your surprise reaction is the fact that you were shit. I didn't
More
look
surprised when she came.
I guess.
Yeah, I go with that because I ain't look at the
Yeah.
levels.
The surprise was bigger.
Sure, you were surprised when Detective Arm shot you. Duh. But the surprise you felt when she found you in the lounge was much greater.
Gah!
The fact that you were more surprised by simply being found than by being shot at suggests to me that you were conflicted about whatever it was you were doing there.
I was jacking off.
I'm moving so I think I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. Nah!
I hate when old niggas send me tweets. Niggas just show me. Never mind. Please tell me I finally sunk his battleship.
No.
Showed me
He's putting
Geico
dirty
doesn't
up.
fucking flow.
Boss, I'm getting less Discord now. That must mean he really is hiding something about that launch pad door.
And whatever he's hiding most likely has something to do with the killer's escape.
Wonder what it could be.
Should chicken. If he was doing something suspicious around that door, maybe we can spot some change between before he came to the room and after.
If that detective Fulbright was photos
Whoa.
taken after the crime, let's run a comparison. Let's see, this is footage of the door before Director Cosmos arrived. And this is how the door looked after the director.
Hey, look at that. There is a change. Something's definitely different.
What, the room's brighter?
Director Cosmos.
What is it? What have you two been up to over there?
Dragging off?
Finding the answer to what you were doing when Detective Arm found you. That's what. Fucking punk. And that answer lies clearly in this footage. All we have to do is compare it to the photo that was taken during the investigation.
Don't be ridiculous. If you really do have an answer, you'd have pointed out already.
He's asking for it. This is what changed directly after the incident.
That should. Yeah.
That shit over there to the left
Yeah.
is sideways.
So,
Mm. Like a lock.
I didn't even notice that. I want to look
You
at
gotta
it again.
use your,
I mean,
you gotta
what
use your
triggered?
special eyes.
The answer's in this knob.
Hold on.
Nigga.
Honey or some mustard. Honey or some mustard. Your Honor,
Honey
please
mustard.
fuck this footage.
Ugh.
Ew.
Boop.
Your Honor?
Let's see.
Take a look at the knob next to the launch pad door. As you can see, it's horizontal.
Yes, it is. What is it?
Yes. However. However. When we investigated the scene of the crime yesterday, the knob was vertical, like as fuck.
And what does that mean?
God damn it, nigga. It means that sometime between before the director arrived and after, someone turned this knob. After the scene was discovered, you were the only one who could have turned the knob. Come on now, Director Cosmos, let's hear what you have to say. What were you trying to do by turning that knob by the door?
Nigga, fine, damn. I admit it. Shit. You're right, I did turn that knob. That knob is a safety lock meant to keep the launch pad in place. I was afraid there would be more explosions, so I wanted to move the launch pad away.
You wanted to do what?
Hey, didn't Ponko just tell us something about how they prepare for launch? She said that once the launch pad's fully assembled, it's moved to the launch site. But the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to be disengaged first.
Because that clears up what the knob is for.
Oh, so if the killer escaped in the launch pad 1 corridor, maybe they were transported along with the launch pad to the launch site?
No, I don't think so. The launch pad 1 corridor was filled with smoke. I don't think they could have escaped through that corridor. Some shit.
So where did the killer escape to?
Fuck. Like, fuck. Guess there are still some things we have to uncover. Director Cosmos, I request that you tell us about the moving launch pad in more detail.
Fine. But listen carefully, for I'm about to give history-making testimony.
Alright, bro.
Yeah, so we've heard.
He's a happy man.
Bro, hype. Next.
Yay, a safety lock! Okay,
Okay. Next.
that's understandable. Understandable.
You know I had to cut it.
Understandable.
I knew I had that
Angry.
cut that launch pad loose, baby.
Understandable.
Next.
Right?
That's
No reaction to the sea of smoke, nigga?
Okay.
Okay, let's go back.
This dude must be like the most hard body person in the world. He just has no reaction to anything.
I
He
know,
said before,
right?
He don't, nah, he's a bitch. Who cares?
Sea of smoke? Like,
I'm starting to put it together.
Let me hear it.
yeah, let's hear it.
So you know how the footage, right? Well, never mind. I'm not gonna metagame. I mean, we
I thought you had like an.
can
actual
try
idea
like
of
the fact that has a lack of surprise.
what- Or did you want to try the happy thing? he was happy. First,
There was also that. That also was a thing.
nigga was happy to move that shit. It was like, thank God.
Let me look at what he said for that.
Go back. The first one. Like, yay!
No, like why? Like why is he happy about that?
I had no choice. Let's go.
He's hype.
I had no choice.
I mean, it
Let's
might. It could
go.
be. Yeah, I mean,
I think it's the happy.
Yeah, that might be it.
The heal over happy disengage.
I had no choice. Let's go. Make it sound like you were reluctant to do so, but at the same time, when you did it, you felt some joy, as if you were very pleased with yourself.
Therapist be like,
How do you do it? How do you know everything as if you were there?
pretty impressive, isn't it? This is the power of analytical psychology.
So,
we're cheating.
Care to explain why you felt joy when you disengaged the safety lock?
My domain.
When I think back on the facts we've discovered up to this point, I had to believe that you were trying to fulfill some hidden agenda.
How do you know about that
Agenda
too?
attorney.
Because more or less, I'd guess, what? Oh, because I'm more or less a pro at guessing. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga?
But
Yeah, no, I
you
cheat.
have no
We cheat.
proof that I had a hidden agenda. And even if I did, I would never ever tell you. So there. I win. No, boo boo.
I know they say
La,
people
la, la, I
regress
can't
as
hear
they grow
you.
older, but you sure take the cake.
You're a neighbor, you're a neighbor.
And how could you
Nah,
doubt a
boo-boo.
man with such great intensity, intelligence, integrity, and a W print?
Silence.
Dude hasn't spoken in a while. Eh?
You, a man of integrity, don't make me laugh.
Blackwell? What came over him all of a sudden?
You spouted nothing but falsity since you stepped onto the stand. You're not the kind of man that will be glorified in the annals of history. Not for greatness, anyway. Unless you consider greatest barefaced liar an honor.
Okay.
Liar!
His words bite harder than his blade.
Nope.
You moved Launchpad 1 after the explosions? My, how naive you are. You fail to realize how even the facts themselves have betrayed you.
You know, just a thought, but modern English can be your friend.
And here's a thought for you. Immediately following the bombing, Launchpad 1 was on the boarding lounge 1 side. The police confirmed this on scene. What?
When he said, "Here's a
Liar! Broke!
he was about to
So
go into a
that
low-tier
means-
band speech.
So that means the director didn't move the launch pad?
Curse my judgment for calling history's greatest liar to the witness stand. Let's leave him to indulge his lies in war games to his heart's content. War games? That WWE effects?
But it doesn't make sense. You can't deny that someone turned that knob. Nigga. Nate. And once the safety lock was released, I'm sure the pad must have went somewhere. If we chase down the truth of this issue, we just might find where the killer escaped to. Ah!
You sure it must have went somewhere? We just might find out. Your arguments are nothing but conjecture, bluffing, and wishful thinking. Stop chasing your fantasies and see reality for what it really is.
Can you eat my dick? How many cases
Or are
have
you
I
not
solved,
man
nigga?
enough to, boy?
Fuck you!
That's what he
Solar
said,
flare!
That fucked him off.
Talk about hitting below the belt, am I right, boss?
It's not funny.
Youngins these days. Little Nick, I'm about to stand up. This chair's pissing me the fuck off. I don't understand. I'm sure Director Cosmo must have moved the launch pad. The knob was definitely turned after he came to the lounge. But the launch pad is right where it's supposed to be. Wait a minute. Maybe I have it all backwards.
Brain blast?
What if the director turned the knob, not to move the launch pad away, but to bring it back to where it was supposed to be?
What are you blabbering about?
What if the launch pad was at the launch site before the incident? That's what I was thinking, bitch. Bum, bitch. And then after the incident, Director Cosmos moved it back to its usual spot. All he had to do was turn the knob to call the launch pad back. Some very extremely light shit. It would be right where the police found it.
Damn!
Can you stop
Look at his
it?
hair.
And it just grew back.
that was goaded. Because it's goaded.
Ew. Fuck
You
was
made
that?
him sigh like Mr. Starbuck, bro.
Was what I said really that off base?
It pains me to have to explain how wrong your own logic is to you. However, our great liar turned the knob only after he discovered the crime scene. Indeed, the pad existed beyond the lounge when our astral wonders made their escape. A fact that has been recorded for posterity on the film's film.
Oh.
So, to reiterate, stop chasing your fantasies and see reality for what it really is, boy.
Stop chasing your dreams. God damn, bro. Look how.
Get a grip, Mr. Wright. Focus. We need to know. We know the launch pad must have moved.
But our fucking deductions and the actual facts of the case are in direct contradiction to each other.
Well, maybe the two astronauts never actually boarded the rockets.
What the fuck?
This footage could be fake, taken with body doubles after the incident or something.
Ah,
Fake
yes.
news, man. You know what? That's a little too far-fetched for me.
A goddamn eye. We heard that before your age. Never actually boarded the rocket. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe, just maybe.
Huh? I'm good at bluffing?
Prosecutor Blackwell, what if I told you that the two astronauts never set foot inside the launch pad area, but instead went into another place? And what if when the director moved Launch Pad 1 back, it was not from the launch site, but from another place? What would you say then? What would you call me?
Cut the existential bull or I'll cut you.
Damn.
Mr. Wright, you will explain yourself
He
at
just
once.
threatened me.
I don't care.
I know I'm right.
Just-
It was all the other way around. Very well, Your Honor. Let me explain. Director Cosmos' reason for moving Launchpad 1 was...
I can explain.
Bro was trying to hide it. Right?
What you hiding it from, though?
What would it be?
Hiding
It's the-
Launchpad 1.
Launchpad 1.
But,
Why
like-
is he hiding it? But why is he, like, hiding it?
Maybe he's trying to fuck niggas off because we have a camera. So he's just trying to switch shit up.
I honestly think it's that, too. Like, I mean, we do have two launch pads. I mean, one of them doesn't actually launch shit anymore.
Make sure y'all got good posture, man. I think my life expectancy is shortened today.
Why?
My back hurts bad.
Ever try getting a massage even though you don't have a person to do that?
I'll pick
You don't know what I have.
You said what?
Middle.
Middle.
Because he wanted to switch it with some other place.
Blue.
Oh, my fault. I'm sorry, but did you say, switch it? Well, what could he possibly switch the launch pad with?
The history me.
Oh, you'd be surprised, Your Honor. All it takes is a little thinking outside the box, and the answer becomes clear as day. This is what was switched with Launchpad 1.
The Air and Space Museum!
Yeah, that.
And that's the only thing it could have been switched with.
I mean, unless there's a secret third launch pad.
Launchpad 1 was switched with the Space Museum.
In the past, the Space Museum used to be Launchpad 2. It has all the same features as Launchpad 1 and can even be moved to the launch site. Meaning the Space Museum and Launchpad 1 can also be switched with each other.
You can't mean.
The rocket the astronauts boarded was not the one in Launchpad 1. Dummy. Fuck you, dummy. It was the one in the Space Museum.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty funny.
Boulder Dash!
What does that mean? Can you explain
Bullshit.
that to us?
And yet, it's the only explanation that accounts for every riddle and inconsistency. This is how the Space Center was just before the incident. I see Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum have already... Oh,
Oh shit.
that's right. And with the two switch like this... Yeah, my bad.
I zoned out.
The astronauts entered the Space Museum from boarding Lounge 1. This allowed the True Killer to enter Launchpad 1 from boarding Lounge 2 and set the bomb on the rocket.
Come to think of it, the door to the Space Museum for the boarding lounge too. Welcome, welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Exactly. Anyone could pass through that door to the Space Museum. There is no fingerprint recognition system on that door. I'm wagging my finger right now. In other words, with the two launch pads switched like those, someone other than Mr. Starbuck could have easily planted that bomb.
God!
After setting the bomb on the rocket, the culprit snuck into boarding lounge 1 and waited there, concealed, in order to kill Mr. Terran when the two astronauts emerged from the Space Museum. Recall that Miss Blackwell, Mr. Starbuck, and the director all saw a suspicious figure, one sussy nigga, who, we can suppose after killing Mr. Tehran, made their escape into the Space Museum. After that, Director Cosmo switched the two launch pads back, without realizing the killer was inside the Space Museum. But like, why is this a fucking so stupid?
I'm outie.
What?
It just entered my mind, like a whole museum that looks just like, has a ship that look just like the main ship, and you can switch between. Like, why are they doing all that for? They just had extra money, wanted to spend shit. The
They
killer
actually
then
don't
left
have
the
a lot of
Space
money.
Museum and made a clean getaway. Well, yeah, they spent it on useless shit, and now they're poor.
Right, Dono. I
don't see.
I see you
Perhaps
now.
I should call you Swords Master Bluff.
I see, said the blind man.
Aside from the color of my skin, I'm a seasoned warrior who has cut down many a prosecutor.
Silence.
But unless you can prove your theory, it's no better than a rusty sword. That's right! You have no proof I switched the launch pads.
Somebody needs a better anger management counselor. Jesus Christ.
The launch pads really were switched. There might be a record of it somewhere.
At this point, Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum were switched with each other. So, the corridor
So the
beyond...
corridor beyond the door should be the one that belongs to the Space Museum.
I
Let's
thought the fuck
see.
out of this shit. I wonder why the light don't work.
This is an image of Launchpad 1 corridor. Do you see anything different when we compare it to security footage?
That number on the floor. Well, what do you know? Looks like we have proof after all, Mr. Black Quill.
And if this is just another bluff...
Oh, don't trip. It's all right here. Right in this footage. Proof that beyond this door is the corridor to the Space Museum.
No, that's it.
Oh, very well then. Answer this for me if you would. What in this footage proves that the corridor belongs to the Space Museum?
Dude, look.
Dude.
Dude, look. Dude, look.
Dude,
You
look
see the
behind
number
him.
2, bro? Do you see
Holy
it?
fuck, dude. Make sure it's
Alright,
not
go
hitting his elbow, because then he's gonna be like, fuck you, I don't see you too.
Do you see it hitting his own? I mean, Darren, what do you agree?
What do you think?
Do we don't have no health or
Piss me
some
off.
shit? I don't know.
That was very gay of you, Darian. There's a 1 on the floor in the Launchpad 1 corridor. But take a look at the floor of the corridor in the security footage. Do you see the number on the floor behind the astronauts? Doesn't look like a 1, does it? That's because what you see is actually part of a 2.
Maybe that's a fancy
What?
number 9.
Hell no. Why is it a 2 and not a 1? That's because the corridor you see is the one to the Space Museum.
God! This nigga's been, this nigga's been tweaking all fucking chapter.
So that means corridor in this footage was not filled with smoke.
That's right, because the explosion didn't occur in the Space Museum. The explosion occurred in Launchpad 1, on the side opposite the Space Museum. And now that we know the 2 astronauts escaped from the Space Museum, the mystery from the previous trial of how they got down the ladder is cleared up. Mrs. Turan carrying Mrs. Starbuck simply took the elevator from the upper level down to the middle level.
Just incredible. The 2 launch pads were actually switched. But you would think someone would have noticed an event of this magnitude.
Everyone was down in the basement shelter when the launch pads were swapped back. There's no way anyone could have known what was happening on the surface.
No way out.
Well, would you look at that? We're finally done.
Let's go in.
Long enough.
We did it! Yay!
We still don't know who the killer is.
Bye bye.
No more lies, Director Cosmos. It's high time you told us the truth.
Gwarg, my honor, my glory, everything is slipping away! Galactic engine, ignition!
Oh my gosh.
It's going
Look at
haywire!
Blue.
It
Look
won't
at stars.
stop! Stop!
World, stop.
My stars, my glory!
Oh damn, these are all
Going
fucking
fast.
stars.
These triplets, man, they must be a really broken home. They are like
Damn,
super
nigga.
separate now.
He broke through
Dang.
the door.
Well,
Going
goodbye to him, I
fast?
guess.
Someone get that man.
Baby! On your steed, and after that witness, he broke my shit.
I wonder what his steed is.
You know how fast you gotta be going to just break through the door like that without leaving?
And they fixed it instantly, bro? The fuck?
Yeah, the door has RCT.
Judge can actually output RCT.
That's his
They're inside
domain.
his domain. Damn.
Mm.
Jinx, you already
Mm.
Mm.
I see we managed to retrieve you before you came to any bodily harm.
I guess his domain heals too.
Director Cosmos, do you admit that you switched the launch pads?
I admit, it's true. I switched Launchpad 1 for the Space Museum.
It's good to hear words I can believe in for a change.
Before you do, Your Honor, 2 things. First, we don't know if Mr. Turan had prior knowledge of the switch. As for Mr. Starbuck, he was unaware of his surroundings thanks to his medication. Either way, Mr. Turan would have realized the instant he stepped into the Space Museum that it had been switched with Launchpad 1. So my first question is, if the Space Museum was perfectly fine, why did Mr. Turan feel the need to put on such a dramatic display? As for my second question, I'd like Director Cosmos to tell us why he switched to 2 launch pads to begin with.
Please, I can't. I exercise my right to remain silent. But I will say, my hands were tied.
Damn,
I
so
was
he's not the
only
killer.
doing what I could to keep my men from getting caught in that blast.
The director is terrified and shitting. He must have had one heck of a reason for not wanting to explain why.
Probably not a good time to try to pry it out of him, huh?
When would be a better time?
Excuse me, but would you mind if I picked up my stars? Without my badge of rank, I'm nothing.
I don't see why not. Bailiff, help the director retrieve his stars.
If you're nothing with the stars, you don't deserve them.
Damn.
Take that mask off. I want to see what's under them achievements. It appears the possibility. It appears the possibility of a culprit other than the defendant has presented itself. Mr. Starbuck, is there anything you wish to say?
Oh yeah, this dude.
I don't get it. Oh, yeah, I'm voicing 2 characters at once, of course.
Whoa!
Don't get it. What don't you get? Director, why did you do all that? From the very beginning, you never meant for that launch to go ahead, did you? You tricked us.
Mr. Starbuck.
I guess he's mad.
Starbuck, my boy, I'm sorry. I can't tell you the reason why.
He was
but I had
bribed.
to do it to protect the Space Center.
Director! Will I ever get the chance to go into space again?
No, you're pretty fucked, my boy.
Yes. Yes, of course. I won't rest until it happens. I will get you into space again, my boy.
Then the dream is still alive.
Dude vibrated. The fuck?
Okay. I was about to say.
It's like, actually, I disagree, so...
You're not going into space, Starbuck, but prison. I won't have it any other way.
Why are you so hung up on him?
Dude, what's your problem?
I accept the launch pads really were switched. And if there were a third person at the scene, I suppose they could have escaped. But I have yet to see proof of this third person's escape via the Space Center.
Oh, that's a good point.
He's right. I don't have any proof.
Starbuck! You will spill everything you know.
One, me, oh!
Here we go.
Where did you get those bombs? Tell me now. If you don't, my
kill
blade shall feast on your blood.
I got him from your mom's house.
If I'm going to die, I want to die in space.
Cause not Kaido.
I have to do something.
Solomon Starbuck. Prepare yourself.
He about to go into a door right now.
Ah!
I was gonna say, when is full bitch coming back?
His binding vow activated.
Ha!
That's not how.
Nah, you know violence isn't the answer, Prosecutor Black Will.
Huh?
Back in the mail.
It's him!
That annoyingly cheerful laugh. It can be none other than...
Gumshoe.
Oh my god, it's him!
Trucy, right?
Champion of
It matches
righteousness, Bobby Tarantino. In justice we trust.
Tarantino.
Why are you surprised?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Lawyer. I hope I'm not too late.
What were you doing?
Not too
I-
late.
I don't believe we had an appointment.
Set my demon straight.
I tried to hurry, but I ended up helping a little old lady cross the street. Needed pussy, but yeah, she wouldn't budge.
That was so bad.
And then I had to break up a cat fight. I tell you, just as sure is a full-time job.
Imagine being
I don't know how Spider-Man does it. Was it a fight between cats or whatever? Why are you here again? Because the defendant isn't the culprit, and I came to make sure that justice is served. You know,
pulling a gumshoe.
I don't have an idea what you're talking about.
Fulbright, I always thought you were a bit touched in the head. But have you finally succumbed?
Damn.
I have not came today. I'm celibate, but it looks like you've succumbed to this phantom of yours. Open your eyes and let the evidence of justice uncloud your judgment.
What evidence?
Come to think of it, he did say something about finding us some evidence.
Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. My bird chest. I'm gonna work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. This nigga's about to sell.
I didn't think he was serious though. Like, I thought he was just kidding. Great.
So what is it, detective? Is this something that will prove Mrs. Starbuck innocent?
I miss gumshoe.
Indeed. Have a look at these.
What's this? A lighter?
That's right. A lighter thought to have been used by a junkie, no less. The Space Museum's cleaning robot picked it up. It was the victim Clay Terrance's blood along with this killer's footprints on it.
Footprints.
What?
Piece of evidence.
I knew it. Blaze the Best is back and better than ever.
Niggas in jail.
He was sitting like Eisen in like the fucking prison. Order! Order! Detective Fulbright, can I assume that the fingerprints don't belong to the defendant?
Funny if he didn't check.
You bet. Chet, you betcha. Mr. Starbuck is totally innard.
Innard?
He's injured.
Yeah, entered in him.
This is just what I needed.
He saved our ass.
This the purple guy astronaut, and he got entered inside of him.
The lighter,
Alright,
the
but
lighter
who's-
found on the floor of the Space Museum, the shoe culprit's fingerprints are on it.
Whose fingers are on there?
We're about to find out.
Your Honor, this is the size of evidence to support the defense's earlier claim.
Man, when'd you run out of gas, Tablez? I didn't know you were, explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
That was true hating that shit. Why'd you say that?
Yeah, goddamn. With pleasure, Your Honor. I could use me a... Recall where this lighter was found. Based on that, we can extrapolate that after the killer murdered Mr. Terran, they escaped with lighter in hand into the Space Museum, where they dropped it. The switching of the two launch pads occurred.
Where we dropping, boys?
Fortnite.
Then finally, the killer left through boarding lounge 2 and made their escape. Meanwhile, Mrs. Starbuck was found in boarding lounge 1 after the murdered. A fact that Director Cosmos has testified to. Therefore, Mr. Starbuck couldn't have possibly been the one to drop the lighter there.
But the defendant had free reign of the area until the Director Cosmos appeared. Could he not have dropped the lighter in the Space Museum during that span of time?
Objection!
You'd like that to be true, wouldn't you? Bitch. Punk bitch. But Director Cosmos testified that right after he set a mysterious figure with a lighter, he went into the lounge and found an unconscious Mrs. Starbuck. Starbuck. In other words, Mrs. Starbuck wouldn't have had the time to double back to the museum. No, Prosecutor Blackwell. This lighter could only have been dropped by the real killer. Sorry.
I he definitely said it that time.
Most importantly, Mr. Starcook's fingerprints were nowhere to be found on this lighter. I think you understand what this means, don't you? This piece of evidence unequivocally proves that Mr. Starbuck wasn't the culprit.
Let's go, he's not guilty! Yeah, he's not guilty, we win! We win!
This does appear to be decisive evidence that proves the defense's claims.
As for the remote switch that was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, we can assume it was planted by the killer on the unconscious Mr. Starbuck.
No, there must be some mistake.
Frankly, Mr. Prosecutor Blackwell, I've been worried about you can't lie. Yeah, let me air it out to the court. You've been chasing this phantom for 7
Any
whole
phantom?
years. I understand your urgency because tomorrow...
Tomorrow. Backstory time?
Fulbright, you promised never to speak of that.
Huh? Tomorrow?
Is it,
What about tomorrow?
is it October 31st?
The statute of limitations about the release.
Given the body of evidence, I believe it's safe to say that the defendant is innocent.
Not
In light
guilty.
of the fact that it was impossible for him to commit the crime, a few unanswered questions remain. So I look forward to seeing what you two uncovered, ignoring the fact that it's But for now, the court found defendant Solomon Starbuck.
This is the first time we got a not guilty this early, yeah.
Without having to do a turnabout.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that convenient?
Yeah, which
Bring it to space, dude!
you know, my
Sick,
story
huh?
spidey sense is telling me. Never mind.
We don't know who the killer is, but we found that he's not the killer, so
I mean, that's the job of the defense attorney. They're just
Yeah,
meant
we
to
did our
prove
job.
reason. Yeah.
yeah, we're done.
mean,
We did it, right?
with a couple of these cases, they could just prove, my client, irrequivocally cannot be the killer in this case. But no, they make you have to find the
everything.
killer too.
But hey, first time for everything, you know?
Well, Rip Bozo to Blackwell. Fuck him.
You fucked, I guess. Alright.
They will.
Looks like we pulled it off somehow, huh? With some help from Mr. Detective Fulbright.
You really saved our ass.
From Dr. Professor,
Patrick.
Detective.
Oh, Mr. Wright, Miss Sykes, thank you. And please thank Apollo for me too.
I'm going straight into space right now.
You're all the best.
Oh, I wish we could tell Apollo about Mr. Starbuck's verdict right now. It's not like we have phones or anything.
Yeah, me too. But it's gonna have to wait.
I bet their phones got confiscated. before they
Now
put it in
that a
court.
verdict has been reached,
Get
I'd
out.
like to bring today's trial to a close. Court
The fuck-
is adjourned. Now go the
Get
fuck
the
home.
fuck out!
Objection!
This dude. He waited till after he said it
No,
was
nigga,
adjourned.
I fucking did the fucking gavel.
Yeah, he already said adjourned. You gotta
You
leave.
take your simple ass home.
It's too late to object, isn't it?
Yeah, he already hit the gavel.
It simply isn't possible. Something's wrong.
Prosecutor Blackwell, are you dissatisfied with the verdict? Who gives a fuck?
Of course.
Fulbright! What were the results of the fingerprint analysis for the lighter?
You think he lied or something?
You saw what? Oh my gosh, bro. Niggas is funny as fuck, bro. Well, I was in a hurry, you see, and then there was that cat fight, and well, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I kinda got carried away when I heard the prints weren't Mr. Starbucks, so...
I didn't finish.
You have yet
So
to
you
read it?
didn't?
Prosecutor Black, can you read out who the prints belong to?
Watch it be Starbucks somehow anyway.
Upon thorough analysis, the fingerprints
They got me doing the fucking plankton. Just
were found to be belonging to Athena Sykes.
Bruh.
So says the report.
You're a junkie, Athena?
Me? I only smoke with my buddy over there in the mountains, the fuck?
I would say like that UI theme would play right about now upon that reveal.
Order! Oh, shit! Miss Sykes, you telling me you have an explanation for this? We just finished proving that this lighter could only belong to the killer. So finding your prints on it can only lead us to one grave conclusion.
I don't know how they got on there, but I know I'm not the culprit. Damn, I knew she was the killer all along.
Nah, this can't be.
This happened to
We built up
Mario,
our
bro.
argument piece by piece.
Not again.
I don't think any of our reasoning was faulty. So how in the fuck could it lead to this?
Bro was so adamant. Like he was just like, yeah, man, we win. Yay! I ask
Oh my
questions.
God, please forgive me. I'm sorry.
Busy.
Shut the fuck up! Detective Fulbright, stop your crying.
What in the world is happening here? It's like the world's gone mad.
Quit your blubbering.
She's a killer! She's a killer!
I said shut the fuck up!
No,
can't-
she's killer.
We're not listening to you. Shut up. Burn this whole place down.
I
In
knew
fact,
it.
there's another bomb.
There was a tomato and a
Confusion
crab.
spiraled into utter chaos, money. After all we fought for the truth, it turned cruelly on us to accuse Athena of the crime, money. Somewhere, somehow, everything had gone terribly wrong. We had stumbled over the edge of reason and into the jaws of a twisted darkness.
That's
Why
an
does
interesting accent you have there, Phoenix.
What, Phoenix said that next?
What the fuck? I did not click that.
You sure? Oh, it's the end.
I would have killed
Ah.
myself.